right, so this weekend I will be doing a comparison video between the Pentax K1000, my personal tank and camera for the past 10 years. Only thing that I've been shooting with mostly Ilford HP5, and that is what it is locked and loaded with at the moment. And my brand new, well, semi-used Fujifilm X100V that I will also be shooting with a film simulation of the Ilford HP5, and I'm going to do exact camera, exact angles, exact shots, and we will be doing a comparison between the two. All right, to set your custom settings, we're going to go to the menu screen. And right here on the IQ, we're going to go all the way down to the last page and to select custom settings. In here is where you can select your custom 1, 2, and 3, where I have Ilford HP5. You can find all these recipes online. There's also an application which I will link below in the info section. And this is where you set up your white balance, dynamic range, tone curve, sharpness, noise reduction, all that jazz. And that's how you end up with the custom setting Ilford HP5, which you can see that I have set right now. And I can switch between my custom settings just with the flip of a finger. So there we go. This is what I'll be shooting with this weekend, and I look forward to sharing the comparisons with you guys. So as you've seen, this is my Pentax K1000. It's a little roughed up around the edges. I've taken a few falls with it, one off of a motorcycle trip in India. And you can see these are my Apple stickers that I have covering it, as I don't like to just litter those on the street, so I put them on the camera. It's got a little grungy. I've got, looks like, never quite sure with this camera. It looks like I've got probably 10 pictures left, maybe 9, depending on how I loaded the film. So we will try to get some shots this weekend in New York to compare and contrast between the real thing and the digital thing. So let's see. ISO 400, 125 shutter speed. And that's going to be the shot, pretty much. All right, here we go. So on the left, we have the X100V with the Ilford HP5 simulation that I put into the camera using the Fuji X Weekly recipe. And this is obviously much wider than the 50mm lens on the Pentax K1000. Here we have the 23mm, 35mm equivalent, so we get a much wider view. Tried to frame the shots pretty much exactly the same otherwise, using these two cables on the bridge as guidelines. And so this X100V JPEG is a straight out of camera JPEG shot. I have not done any adjustments to levels, highlights, shadows, or midtones, so that could be the reason why it's semi bland compared to the scan of this actual film, just single shot, which obviously is way more contrasty. The blacks are blacker, the whites are whiter. Overall, the detail that you get is a little bit better on the HP5 film on the right. Just just first glance. Obviously, I think that if you zoom in on, let's do a zoom right there. I think we should get more detail. Yeah, yeah, much clearer on the X100V um, than the HP5, which I scanned at a 3200 dots per inch on the using um, the Epson V600 scanner to scan this HP5 film in, where I did adjust the levels initially on the scan. So that might be a reason why the darks are darker, the whites are whiter, and there's a higher contrast overall than the X100V. But as an initial scan and JPEG straight out of camera, that's what we get, because when I do scan any film, as you can see um, in my V600 scan video that I'll be putting up shortly, I do an initial adjustment to the image based on what I think my eye is going to like once it is scanned. Always, so that's what it comes up with, and I really like I've always loved the quality of Ilford HP5, and that's why I wanted to test out the film simulation. And I'm happy with the film simulation. I think the image is still beautiful. Do I think that it could be a little bit, the whites could be a little bit whiter? Yes, but I do like the quality, and I do love the grain in this film simulation. I think it's beautiful. I think other images that I shot using this film simulation came out a little bit stronger. I'll be posting those in another video shortly as well. Um, but yeah, I'm very happy with this camera. I'm happy to not have to worry about running out of film all of the time and be able to just keep shooting and not thinking about money on the next roll now that the cost of silver and film has gone up and film has just skyrocketed in price over the past few years. So yeah, that's the initial comparison that I got out of this trip to New York. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll be back more with newer and better videos soon. So please follow and like this video. That'd be great. And thank you all for your support.